Imagine a future where intelligence has vanished, where critical thinking is extinct, and corporations control everything, from food to healthcare to who gets to be president. Sounds like a far off dystopia, right? Except, it's not that far off. There's a movie that tried to warn us. It was funny, absurd, exaggerated. But the scary part? It might have been closer to the truth than we realized. Almost. Today, we're diving into Idiocracy, the cult classic from 2006 that imagined a future so dumb it was hilarious. Idiocracy follows Joe Bowers, a completely average guy. No strong opinions, no ambition.
Joe here is not one of our best men. Mr. Bowers was chosen primarily for how remarkably average he is.
He's selected for a military hibernation experiment and accidentally wakes up 500 years later. Into a world where everyone's an idiot.
Face, ass, shut up.
Corporations have taken over everything. The most watched TV show is called Ow My Balls.
You're gonna get hit in the balls.
Rondo the Thirst Mutilator had come to replace water virtually everywhere.
And the most popular drink, Rondo, is used to water crops because, it's got electrolytes and stuff. Joe is now the smartest man alive, which isn't saying much, and gets swept into a system so dumb, it's almost impressive. While the movie cranks up the absurdity to 11, what's terrifying is how much of it feels familiar. Let's start with the obvious. Idiocracy's garbage-covered world isn't that far off. We're already dealing with plastic in our oceans, mass deforestation, overflowing landfills, and climate change that's not knocking on the door anymore. It's moved in and taken over the couch. The movie plays it for laughs, but it's rooted in something real. When short-term profits win out over long-term planning, the earth gets trashed, literally. In Idiocracy, the future is dumb. And not in a bad grades kind of way.
What I do is just like you know what I mean?
We're talking full-blown cultural brain death. The smart people stopped having kids.
Having kids is such an important decision.
We're just waiting for the right time. It's not something you want to rush into, obviously.
The not-so-smart people kept going. And over time, well, you saw what happened.
Yeah! I'm gonna fuck all of y'all! That's my boy!
But here's the scary part. We're seeing a similar decline today, not because of genetics, but because of the environment. Social media has rewired how young brains process the world. The endless dopamine loop of TikTok and YouTube Shorts makes everything else feel boring. Attention spans are shrinking, test scores are dropping, classrooms are turning into battlegrounds between teachers and screens. Why learn anything when the algorithm will just spoon-feed you content? We've gamified distraction and made apathy a badge of honor. And the result is a generation that doesn't just struggle to think critically, they don't see why they should bother. So yeah, Idiocracy was spot on. The future didn't need a virus to break brains, they just need a Wi-Fi connection. In Idiocracy, everything is owned by a corporation. Hospitals, schools, even the White House. You've got Costco offering law degrees,
I went to law school here.
In Costco?
Carl's Jr. runs the child welfare system.
Carl's Jr. believes no child should go hungry. You are an unfit mother. Your children will be placed in the custody of Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. Fuck you.
And every sentence is sponsored.
I'm the Secretary of State. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because they pay me every time I do.
It was meant to be absurd, but today, absurdity is policy. We've got billionaires writing tax law, CEOs taking cabinet positions, government contracts go to friends, elections are run on merch drops. This isn't capitalism, it's a corporate-sponsored takeover. In Idiocracy, expertise is seen as a threat. People laugh at Joe for using big words.
Please listen. Please listen.
He tries to help, and they treat him like a criminal. Sounds familiar? We live in a world where scientists are mocked, doctors are doubted, and influencers with ring lights are the new life coaches. We used to seek out experts. Now, we seek validation from anyone who agrees with us. Facts, optional. The death of trust in education, science, and institutions is exactly what Idiocracy predicted. Not with subtlety, not with nuances, just loud, dumb chaos, dressed in brand logos and Mountain Dew stains. So far, Idiocracy feels less like science fiction and more like last week's headlines. It nailed the environmental collapse, it nailed the intelligence crisis, it even predicted the rise of a corporatized, commodified America where everything, even the water, has a logo. But the movie did get one thing very wrong.
The population exploded, and intelligence continued to decline until humanity...
Idiocracy takes place in the year 2505. But everything it predicted, it's not 500 years away. It's now. We can't meme our way out of environmental collapse. We can't abandon our pursuit of knowledge. We can't keep pretending that expertise doesn't matter. The solution isn't to wipe out stupidity. It's outsmarting it. With education, with media literacy, with the courage to think critically in a world that profits from keeping us passive. It's easy to look around and feel like the future's already lost. But here's the thing. Idiocracy is satire. Let's do all we can to keep it that way. I'm VCR Guy, and this has been Very Cool Reviews. Please share, like, and subscribe. And remember, don't be mean, be kind, and rewind.
I held a tape up to the sun, asked it for answers. It said, be kind, rewind, then it melted. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Would I do it again in a heartbeat? Do I remember how? Absolutely not. This is not nostalgia. This is performance. This is confusion.